25C. Scott Carter goes to the pits, had trouble in his hot lap session, didn't get a qualifying lap. On the gas out of turn 4, green flag in the air. Look out, Jamie Miller in turn 1, sideways in front of everybody, keeps it going. And now he'll stop, yellow flag, comes back on the speedway. So we'll try it again out of turn 4. Big Barry Boss down in there, look him over at the orange cone. Green flag on the speedway. Ivy right down to the bottom. Craig Mintz up to the outside as they pull away from Byron Reed. Aaron Mitt on that 4th and final transfer spot. Your fast qualifier, Bryan Smith, right on his bumper. John Ivy, Craig Mintz, Byron Reed, Aaron Middall, your top 4. Bryan Smith now around Middall, moves into that 4th and final transfer spot. It's Ivy, Mintz, Reed, and Smith, your top 4. Aaron Middall in 5th. Ryan Conium 6th, Jamie Miller 7th, Tom Conrad Jr. 8th, and Corey Bavard rounds out your field. Cross flags in the air, halfway home heat race number 1. John Ivy and the Gensman racing 53, starting to stretch it out. The battle heating up for second. Craig Mintz and Byron Reed, they almost touch out of 4. Reed to the inside of Mintz. As they drag race down the rushers, we got a car upside down in turn 3. Aaron Middall up on the berm and on the side over in turn 3. Ivy gonna lead him to the orange cone, single file till they get by that orange cone. On the gas, green flag goes back on the speedway. Craig Mintz goes right up to the outside of John Ivy, side by side drag race out of turn 2. Ryan Smith looks to the outside of Byron Reed for 3rd. Start to string out down the backstretch. Mintz still putting the pressure on Ivy. 2 laps to go, heat race number 1. Mintz one more time up the stairs. White flag in the air. Ivy slides up, blocks the advance. Ivy and Mintz nose to tail through turns 3 and 4. Here they come down for the checkered. Who's it gonna be? John Ivy. So your top 4 moving into tonight's A main event. Finishing 4th to be the 55 of Bryan Smith. 3rd goes to the 5R of Byron Reed. 2nd to Craig Mintz in car 8S, and put your hands together for the winner of heat race number 1 out of Fremont, Ohio, John Ivy. Bauman Auto Group pace truck ducks to the infield. Jason Dukes, Lee Jacobs gonna pace him at the orange cone out of turn 4. On the gas, green on the speedway. Jacobs leads the charge down the backstretch. The battle for 2nd. Here comes David Harrison around the outside of Jason Dukes. Battle for 4th. Bryan Scott in the 37Z in the K car of Andrew Pauker. Scott to the outside of Pauker takes the position. Here comes Alvin Rupke with a big run to the inside of Jody Keegan. Jacobs stretches out that lead over David Harrison. Jason Dukes in third. Bryan Scott right on his bumper. Alvin Rupke looks to the inside of the K car of Andrew Parker. He'll take the fifth spot. Bryan Scott with a run off turn two. A slide to the inside of Jason Dukes, challenging for third. They almost touch in 3 and 4. Bryan Scott takes the position. It's Lee Jacobs way out front. David Harrison comfortably in second. Third now, Bryan Scott. Fourth, Jason Dukes, Alvin Rupke into fifth. White flag in the air one more time around the speedway. Jacobs, David Harrison second, third to Bryan Scott, Jason Dukes. Bauman Auto Group base truck moves to the infield. On the gas, out of turn 4, green flag on the speedway where he raced number 3. Bruce Robinette leads the charge into turn 1. Goes right to the bottom. Roger Schammel races to his outside as they pull away. Roger Schammel now leads them out of turn 4 to complete lap number 1. Battle for second. John Fensel and Bruce Robinette. Fensel up top, Robinette to the bottom. Here comes the X car of Mark Keegan. Keegan looks to the outside of Bruce Robinette for third. Mark Keegan on the move in Car X as he moves into that third spot. Roger Schammel, John Fensel, Mark Keegan battle down to that fourth and final transfer spot. Bobby Clark and Bruce Robinette. Clark goes to the outside. And here comes Robinette digging into the infield and comes into the sideways almost in turn 3. Bobby Clark now moves into that fourth spot. Keegan now looks to the inside of Johnny Fensel. That's for the runner-up spot as Roger Schammel motors ahead. Now we got him 3 wide for second. Look out in turn 2. Mark Keegan once again to the inside of John Fensel. White flag in the air. Clark takes the third spot away from Fensel. Now looks to the inside of Mark Keegan. Checker flag in the air for Roger Schammel. Second, gonna go 2. Chuck Ward, Caleb Griffith, row 1. Phil Gressman, Aaron Schaefer, row 2. Mike Linder, Rob Cheney, row 3. Kevin Huntley, Todd Heller, row 4. Randy Tusing on the tail as the Bauman Auto Group pace truck ducks to the infield. Fourth and final. 410 heat on the gas side of turn 4. Green flag on the speedway. Chuck Wilson leads the charge down the backstretch. Caleb Griffith in the second. Rob Cheney looks to the outside. Keep an eye on the 14H of Todd Heller. He's on the move. We got him 3 wide for that 4th spot out of turn 2. Chuck Wilson, your leader. Rob Cheney in second. Caleb Griffith third. The battles for that final transfer spot. Mike Linder Phil Gressman and Todd Heller. Chuck Wilson, Rob Cheney, look at this battle for third. Caleb Griffith, Phil Gressman, and now Mike Linder moves into that fourth and final transfer spot. Does the bottom to the top crossover. Cross flags halfway home. Chuck Wilson way out front in car number 31. Rob Cheney second. Caleb Griffith third. Mike Linder now fourth as they string out through turns 3 and 4. Front nose wing on the 3 car of Mike Linder starting to collapse. Linder to the outside of Caleb Griffith, though. He'll take over third. Here comes Todd Heller now with a run to the outside into 14H. White flag in the air for Chuck Wilson. Battle is for third. Mike Linder, Todd Heller, and Caleb Griffith. Chuck Wilson, checker flag in the air, second, gonna go to Rob Cheney. Oh, a slide job for the 14H. We're gonna go racing at that orange cone out of turn 4 next time by 10 laps of distance, top 4. Move into tonight's A main event. Neil Shepard, Jody Keegan gonna lead him out of turn 4. On the gas. Green flag in the air. Shepard, Jody Keegan pull away from Jamie Miller and Aaron Medoff. Look out, Phil Gressman in the 1R. Almost touch down the front stretch. Keegan goes to the outside, Shepard to the inside. Jamie Miller in third, Aaron Medoff hangs on to fourth. For that fourth and final transfer spot. Andrew Parker looks to the inside of Aaron Medoff. Side by side racing out of turn 2. Cross flags halfway home. Jody Keegan pulling away from Neil Shepard. Jamie Miller in that third spot. Look at this battle for fourth. Andrew Parker, Aaron Medoff, Caleb Griffith, Ben Rutan, and Kevin Huntley. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the speedway. Ryan Conium loops it off the high side of turn 4. Slow start off of turn 4, single file till they get by that orange cone. gets around the K car of Andrew Palker, moves into that fourth and final transfer spot. Mike Birkin upside down on the front stretch. Ryan Conium, Corey Bavard upside down. 97 is. Mike Birkin crawls out of his race car. 41 of Randy Tusing, slow, a lap car in the middle of the pack. Everybody trying to get around him. Alvin Rupke out of his car. Corey Bavard out of his car, walking back to the pit area. Green flag back on the speedway. Battle is for that fourth spot. Aaron Medaw, Andrew Palker, here comes Caleb Griffith and Ben Rutan. Caleb Griffith with a big run to the outside. Now Ben Rutan to the inside, 3 wide for that fifth spot out of turn 2. Caleb Griffith now moves into that fourth and final transfer spot. Looks to the outside of Jamie Miller now. White flag in the air for Jody Keegan. Caleb Griffith with a big run takes over third. Checker flag in the air for Jody Keegan. Second, gonna go to Neil Shepard. Third to Caleb Griffith. Hanging on the fourth, Jamie Miller. Ben Rutan fifth, sixth to Kevin Huntley. John Fensel, David Harrison gonna pace him. 30 laps lie ahead. Final event of the evening for your Fort Paul Pizza 410 sprints on Roots Poultry Night. Rings on the Speedway. It out on the backstretch. Five laps in the books. Single file till they get by that orange cone here on the front stretch. David Harrison jumps on the gas. Green flag back on the speedway. Keegan tries the slide job. They almost touch out of 4. Bryan Scott now takes the 3rd spot from Mike Linder. Bryan Scott moves that top wingback, challenges for 2nd. Tries the slide job, will it stick? No, slides up, hits the cushion. Here he is, 10. Bryan Scott now into 2nd. Bryan Scott to the bottom. David Harrison up top. Here he is, 10. Bryan Scott with the runoff at turn 2. to go. 5 flanges in the air for Bryan Scott. Half a track lead over David Harrison. Mark Keegan third, fourth now to John Ivy. John Ivy challenging Mark Keegan for that third spot. Slides up the racetrack and collects the lap car of John Finzel, stopping a great run for John Ivy from 22nd up into that top four. White flag in the air one more time for Bryan Scott. Checker flag in the air for Bryan Scott. Mark Keegan gonna take second. Harrison third. Bobby Clark fourth. Mike Linder round out your top five.
Burns Iron Metal, R&R Auto Wrecking, Napa Fremont Auto Parts, Linder Speed Equipment, Eastside Metals, Hillside Billiards, Tiffin Iron and Metal, Commercial Alloys, Rick Evans Plumbing, Heat and Air Conditioning, all sponsors on the 37Z. Holy cow, a couple weeks ago, we didn't even know if you were going to survive a crash, and here you are in victory lane.
I tell you what, come back. I can't thank Rich Farmer. We got enough for giving me the stuff I need to have fun out here.
You put this car together. This was actually a former Mark Keegan J&J, and Mark probably wishes he had that thing back.
I told everybody, my crew, and I said, I got a good feeling this is a better car than what we just tore up.
Wow, I mean, to start what you did, and what did you find out of this racetrack tonight?
I don't know if I found out anything. I got Guy Myers turning wrenches, and, you know, when this place switches over, he's the guy to have.
What does it feel like? First 410 win.
I tell you what, I talked to a lot of car owners over the years, and really couldn't get too far. I'm in victory lane right now, and that's all I can say.
How about it, Bryan Scott? Again, our thanks to Roos Poultry sponsoring tonight's racing here at the track that action built. Race fans, we invite you back here next Saturday night, Legends Sports Bar night here with all three divisions on the racing card. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7:30 at the track that action built.